Jungle. Audio Jungle.
It is all about design development and construction. Fabric manipulation, angular layers, diagonal zippers, and asymmetric structural elements will help to create these unique and exotic garments. The look will be dark, edgy, and bold. The urban flavor is expressed in the materials. Almost all different versions of cotton, gabardine, poplin, voile, canvas, fine gauze jersey with leather. This collection is represented by moldings and use of materials and specific fabrics. The colors are mostly neutral, white as the base, maroon as a complement with black to reinforce the neutral concept. These designs explore the organic and inorganic concepts with fabric and forms. I would like to use fabrics with shaded texture, stripes and checks. I intend to make 3 menswear and 5 women's wear to keep balance in my collection. In Advanced Diploma's fashion show, I had made only women's wear and my collection was with beading on pure silk fabric. I would like to produce menswear as well for my degree graduation show to challenge myself. For degree collection, we have to write thesis on our collection and inspiration and make portfolio with our last projects. We had done great projects for instance fabric. Metamorphosis, minimalist, eccentric, cross-site project and couture were as in diploma we only had to make a portfolio. In degree we have learned presentation skills by giving plenty of presentations in each project. Fabric metamorphosis gave me new aptitude which I have endeavored in all my projects as well as in my final degree collection. My theme for the collection is geometrical construction. I'm investigating geometry. I feel it's essential because geometry is part of life. Just look around you and see all the geometric shapes that are just take for granted. Not only man-made objects but in nature also. The study of geometry helps us develop the ability to visualize shapes, volume and area. Building design, house design, room design, furnishing, garden layout, map reading, patterns making and drawing just to name a few. Geometry becomes much more about analysis and reasoning. The textures and silhouettes of geometric art are the inspiration of my graduation collection. The designs capture the qualities associated with the constructions of geometric shapes. I want to find out what happens when you mix fabric manipulation and structural elements to create unique and exotic garments. I am going to deepen my knowledge of or improve my skill at cutting-edge designs, tailoring and different types of treatments and manipulation of fabric. To define fashion by determining the trend for my customers and also to create individualism and personality in the products as fashion leader. I aimed to discover a new generation of fashion conscious consumers. I will also want to relate closely to my current consumers while attracting new consumers. My value believe in satisfying my consumers, by providing the best shopping experience for them with my fashion collection as well as providing the best quality, increasing every dollar value of my consumers. I am designing my clothes for the men and women who take pleasure in going on a journey of discovery and innovation and can be worn eternally. Each time they wear my clothes, they will gain a new insight about themselves. They will find new confidence in themselves and it will amuse them. I know my collection will be successful because I believe in distinctiveness and originality. These will be demanding outfits that not only enhance their silhouette but simultaneously leave an enduring impression on wearer. My designs will pleasure the wearer by changing their entire appearance into a strong and confident person. Every day we are surrounded by space and the shape of things. The very planet we live on is situated on a universe full of interesting stars surrounded by other planets. All of them have different shapes and sizes. To be able to understand the wonder of the world's shape and appreciate it, we need to be able to understand, have knowledge of spatial use. In other words, the areas related to space and the position, size, and shape of things in it. When we know how to apply and understand the relationship between shapes and sizes, we will be better prepared to use them in our everyday lives. Geometry will assist us in doing that because it provides the knowledge of how to deal with measurements and relationships of lines, angles, surfaces, and solids. Some people think in shapes and sizes, others think with visual abilities. When visualizing, we need the understanding of geometry to be able to do that. Our imagination is like an untapped source of objects that all need to come together in a bigger picture. Many different scientific and technological fields require knowledge in geometry. Especially in the more advanced and specialized study fields, the use and knowledge of geometry is essential to excelling. Geometry helps us to bring together both sides of your brain. In other words, not just be a left brain thinker but also a right brain thinker. The left brain thinker is the more logical, technical field, whereas the right brain is the part that visualizes and where the artists get their creative inspiration from. Not many people have the ability to make the two connect the work together as one. Geometry will assist in doing that. Think of geniuses that created man-made wonders. They all made use of geometry to be able to construct and make their creative thinking come to life. Without the use of geometry, it would only have stayed ideas and dreams. The same with architects that design buildings with interesting shapes and sizes. Today, architects are very creative in their thinking. Two and three dimensional shapes originated in geometry. The use of triangles and other shapes strongly influenced this. In the fields of television, movies, and even little things like puzzles or books, all are influenced by geometry. Geometry is a good training ground for us to make use of concrete materials and activities. Those same experiments now will become stepping stones later in life. It will prepare you to use many different types of materials and textures together in fluent harmony. By applying geometry, students learn to think outside the box. The same solutions can be applied to many other areas of your life. For instance, when studying the different population groups. When you learn to use geometry, you also learn to think logically. This is very important in everyday life, as not everything is easy and understandable. When thinking logically, many different problems can be erased and simple solutions can be found. To reason logically is one thing that you learn in geometry. Can you see the shocking reality of the importance of using geometry in your life? Without even thinking about it, you are using those concepts that you learned in math class. It is a part of your daily life. Whether you watch television or make a drawing, it is part and parcel of who you are. In conclusion, I would like to say to be able to understand the wonder of the world's shape and appreciate it, we need to be able to understand and have knowledge of spatial use. In other words, the areas related to space and the position, size, and shape of things in its creative use of geometry. Think of geniuses that created man-made wonders. They all made use of geometry to be able to construct and make their creative thinking come to life. Without the use of geometry, would only have stayed ideas and dreams. The same with artists and painters, such as Alexander Calder and Piet Mondrian, who have done paintings and made sculptures in interesting shapes and sizes. In the fields of fashion designers, they are very much influenced by geometry and created wonderful garments. My collection is inspired by these artists, painters, and designers. I was thinking about how Cardell truly exercised his imagination, creating wire sculptures of animals' faces and figures like no one had ever seen before. Not to mention his mobiles. In his mobiles, Alexander Calder made engineering a playful pursuit. Calder utilized his innovative genius to profoundly change the course of modern art.